What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be doing another maintenance project on my John Deere D160 riding lawnmower. And what we're going to be basically doing today is changing the oil filter, the fuel filter, and an air filter. So without further ado, let's jump in and let's get it done. Okay, so this right here is my John Deere D160. I recently just rebuilt the deck, putting all new spindles, all new pulleys, all new belt, and all of that on. So if you're thinking about rebuilding your pulleys on your deck, definitely go check out that video. But now that that's done and everything's riding pretty good, now I want to go ahead and do a maintenance overhaul on this riding mower. And typically I'll just buy a kit like this online, which consists of your oil filter, some oil, an air filter, and a fuel filter. So without further ado, let's start opening up the box and let's get this done. Okay, so as you can see over here, you're going to have your John Deere oil filter here. You're going to have some John Deere Turf Guard 10W30 engine oil that goes with that. You're going to have a new air filter replacement like that. You're going to have some more engine oil there, and then you're going to have your new fuel filter, a couple new spark plugs. So you're going to get all of this in one kit, which is everything you pretty much need to do a maintenance overhaul on your John Deere D160. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is pretty much lift up your hood here and take off your side panels, which look just like this. All you have to do is loosen up this little bolt at the bottom that's attached down here to the frame, and then the sides are just kind of like angled pinch clips. You just pop them right out. Then I go ahead and remove that panel on both sides. Then I like to take my air compressor, blow out any dirt, gunk, leaves, debris, whatever from this whole area, and just give it a quick little basic cleaning with some air. Then on the right side of your mower, there's this tube right here that basically is your oil drain. Then I just go ahead and put an oil pan underneath, and then I usually just use some type of a funnel like this to catch the oil and drains it into my pan. So what I'll do is I'll take my oil funnel, tuck it up underneath of there. I have the bottom of the funnel sitting down here into my oil pan, and then I basically just take this little cap right here, you spin it to the right and pull it off. And then you just start draining your oil. So that's basically how you drain the oil on your D160 without making a mess. So once this is done draining, I'm going to put my cap back on. I'll take my funnel and my oil pan to the other side, and then we'll start taking the oil filter off. So let's let that drain a little bit longer, and we'll be right back. Okay, so now that I'm on the left side, I already capped the drain valve on the other side. Now I have my pan below me here. So what you could do is just take an old juice container and just cut a piece of flat plastic off like that. Then what you could do is maybe tuck that down underneath there like that. And then the oil will fall into this, and then you can catch the oil in your pan or in your funnel from there. So if I go ahead and take an oil filter set of pliers and just try to loosen this, and just try to angle this down so hopefully it catches in the pan. Just like that. There we go. So now any of that excess oil is now draining out and into the pan. Now keep in mind, that's why we drain the oil on the right side first, to lower the chances of additional excess oil coming out from the oil filter side. So far that seems to be pretty good. Open up our new box. Get our brand new John Deere oil filter out like this. We're going to take a little oil with our finger, like that, and just rub it on the seal. Just like that. Okay, and then we're going to go ahead and just slide it on and thread it back on. Once that's kind of threaded on, pull your little shield out and let the rest drain back into your pan, and you're pretty much done. Now, at this point, you want to get a rag or something like that, just so you can get a good grip on that oil filter and really tighten it down. You don't want to tighten it down with a tool. So don't use a set of pliers or a tool to tighten it down. Just tighten it down hand tight. So we're done. So that's all you have to do when it comes to draining the oil and putting a new oil filter on. Now all we have to do is go back to the other side with our funnel and put our new oil in. So let's go do that next. Okay, so now that we took our oil dipstick out of the oil funnel. So then all we have to do is open up our new oil. Now again, you don't necessarily need a funnel to pour it in there, but if you want to use a funnel, it just makes it that much easier. Just like that. Pour our new oil in. Okay, there's 1 quart. Okay. Once you poured your oil in, go ahead, wipe your dipstick off, put your dipstick back in, lock it in, take it back out, inspect your dipstick. We're full, we're good to go. So now our oil has been completely changed. So now that we have the oil completely changed, now we're going to go back onto the left side of the mower and we're going to start working on the fuel filter. So let's go do that. Okay, so when it comes to replacing the fuel filter, again, pretty simple and easy. You might want to disconnect it if it's clipped up in any of these little clips right here. Just disconnect it so that you have a little bit of flexibility in the hose. Then you're going to need a set of pliers or something like that to grab these pinch clips, because these little metal pinch clips you pinch together and slide the clip off of the nozzle, and that's how you disconnect the hose. And then your fuel filter is going to go in a specific direction. So the direction of the fuel is going from your fuel tank that's typically in the back of the mower, going towards the front of where the engine is. So if you see here, there's going to be a little arrow that's pointing forward. So that's the orientation you want your filter to go in. So basically what I'm going to do is pinch this clip right here and slide that clip back. Okay, then I'm going to take the hose and try to pop it off just like that. Then take your filter, put the new filter back in the right orientation, take your pinch clip just like this, slide it back up into place, slide it back up into position. So the next thing you want to do is the same thing on the bottom, which you just have to pretty much rock it back and forth. Go ahead and stick your new fuel filter back in the hose, just like that. Okay, so again, a little fuel is going to come out, but if you put some paper towel or a cup or a little bucket underneath, you're fine. Then we're going to take our clip, slide it back up, and we're done with the fuel filter. So now the fuel filter is completely changed and the oil filter is completely changed. So the next thing we want to work on is right here. This is where your spark plugs are located. You just want to grab this little hose, wiggle it off the spark plug. We're going to have to get a socket in there on both sides, remove the spark plug. We're going to put the new spark plugs in, put our caps back on, and we'll be done with that. So let me go grab a socket real quick and let's get that done. Okay, so I just grabbed the 5/8 socket here. Move our hose out of the way. All right, so that's what the old one looks like. I don't know if you can kind of see it, but again, pretty dirty. We'll set that one aside. We'll take our new spark plug. We'll stick that in. Now, when you're putting these back in, you do not want to over tighten them. So get it in there hand tight with your socket. Go ahead and take your wrench. Give it a little, just a little snug turn. And that's it. Okay? Put your plug back on. And that's it. Do that on the other side and you're all done with your spark plugs. Okay, so the last thing we have to do is change our air filter. So you're going to take these two little wing nuts here at the front, loosen them, pop your top cap off. This is where your air filter is located. You're basically just going to lift up on it from the front and it pops right out. So that right there is the existing air filter. We're going to discard that to the side. Again, I like to take my air compressor, blow any excess dirt out of the way. Take your new filter, install it the same way. Go down from the top and the back. Push in a little bit. Create that little compression seal. Pop it in. You're good to go. Put your cap back on. Okay. Okay, so we're all done. So we went ahead and we changed out our oil filter. And so we went ahead and drained the old oil out on the side over here. We took the old oil filter off. We put a new oil filter on. We filled up brand new oil with the 2 quarts over on that side, so the oil was done. We then went ahead, put our new fuel filter in, and discarded the old fuel filter right there. After that, we went ahead and replaced our spark plugs right here with 2 brand new spark plugs on both sides. And then we went ahead and replaced our air filter with a brand new air filter. So again, this really shouldn't take you much longer than about 15 to 30 minutes to do on your own. It's very simple and easy to do, and it will save you a ton of money by just doing it yourself at home. But that's it. That's how easy it is to do a basic service change on your John Deere D160. So now what I got to do is just go ahead and clean up everything. I'm going to take the existing oil that's in the oil pan over here. It has a funnel, which I'm just going to go ahead and pour that excess oil back into those quarts, and then I'm going to take those quarts to my buddy's shop and he can dispose of the oil at that point. Then I'm just going to go back through with a pressure washer, pressure wash a little bit of this dirt and debris off, and then I'll be all good to start mowing all the grass. So let me do that real quick and I'll be right back. Okay, so we're all done. So we went ahead and did a full service change on my John Deere D160 riding lawnmower. We went ahead and we changed the oil and the oil filter. We changed the fuel filter. We changed both spark plugs and we changed the air filter. And we did it very quickly and easily using this kit that I purchased online, which I will put a link in the description of this video to that particular kit if you're interested in trying it for yourself. But overall, everything went quick and easy. We're all done, and I'm ready to go start cutting some grass. So if you're looking to do a basic service change on your John Deere riding mower, I definitely recommend checking this kit out. But that's going to be it for today's video. I hope this video helps some of you out. Do me a favor, hit that thumbs up button and like this video. If you have any questions, go ahead and put them in the comment section, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. And also do me a favor, subscribe to the channel because it definitely helps me out, and I greatly appreciate it. So that's it. I just want to say thank you to each and every one of you. Thank you. I truly appreciate you all. And as always, see you in the next video.